So we're going to have about 4 students give you guys Ignite speeches, and hope you guys enjoy them. All right, so the first one is about opportunity. And life has a great way of telling us that we can't go and succeed at something. It shuts the door in our face quite a bit and saying that you can't come in, and the mistake that we make is that we just go on and we say, you know what, we can't go in, and we just let them kind of push us around sometimes, even when the door is shut in our face. So, since my slide isn't showing up, for our generation, work is kind of, an issue for us. So opportunities are shaded with like overalls and old people clothes, and we just don't like to do it. So by doing that, life is kind of in a black and white lens, and we don't see everything that it can be. We don't see all the opportunities that it holds, and that's what makes life boring. We kind of see it through that black and white lens, and we don't see it for everything that it is. So what we need to start doing is looking at life through a colorful lens. See everything that we can do and all the opportunities that life holds, even if it is just around us. It doesn't matter what grade you're in or anything like that. There's a bunch of opportunities at the palm of your hand just because of the day and age that we're in. And that's something we need to start realizing and looking through life through a colorful lens and seeing life through all that it is. And a great place to get started with that is Lakeland High School. Even though a lot of you don't really realize it, Lakeland High School is a great place to get started with your lives and with the connections that you make for the business world. It has a lot of classes and a lot of other opportunities that if you just take advantage of, you'll be grateful for that you did. And we need to start realizing that as a student body. And even as a faculty, maybe as a faculty we don't realize some of that a lot of the time. And some of the great opportunities that we have are FFA, are the leading edge curriculum, is the deck on the business side and Project Lead the Way on the science and engineering side, and even new tech. I know a lot of you, maybe freshmen and sophomores, don't appreciate new tech quite yet, but I wouldn't be up here talking to basically the whole student body if it wasn't for new tech giving me all the practice and the opportunities that I had. So for you underclassmen, I would take advantage of new tech for everything that it is and all that it holds. It's a great opportunity because nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. And especially our generation can't afford to miss an opportunity, especially with the difficulty it is to get a job now. You need a higher degree to get a job. It's harder to get a job with just not even a high school diploma, and maybe even a high school diploma. If you want a well-paying job, you probably want a 4-year. So we need to start smelling the coffee, and we need to figure out that there are a lot of opportunities in this school and in this community that it holds. And as a high school, you can really make a difference if you just realize all those opportunities. And Lakeland High School is definitely a great place to start realizing those. So this third trimester, I'd like us to focus on realizing those opportunities and making it better.
Most of you got up today and got dressed to appeal to the eyes of your fellow peers, what's trending, and what they've deemed socially acceptable. Confidence is most... Okay. I'm not... Well... Okay, sorry guys. Where are we at now? Confidence is most definitely key. Being confident in all things you do radiates positive vibes, and people will pick up on it. You could be wearing the most peculiar thing, but as long as you're confident, comfortable, and have fun with yourself, people are going to enjoy and appeal to the idea of being different as well. Insecurity targets everyone in this room. Don't let insecurity hold you back from showing your true colors. In today's society, you should pride yourself on being an individual. It's a time of change, so if ever a time to be comfortable with yourself, it should be now. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you setting yourself apart from the crowd is easy. I'm no saint. I could tell you a million things I hate about myself before a single thing I like. I've recently succumbed to insecurity, but I refuse to let it get the best of me. Last week I wanted to change. Nothing drastic, just a simple hair change. I finally decided to dye my hair, and it was a flop to say the least. I didn't have time to get it fixed before school the next day, so I refused to go. Lying in bed that morning, I realized I shouldn't let the opinion of others affect my education, so I sucked it up and came to school, and I tried to stay positive, and I managed to get by just fine. Moral of the story is we shouldn't let something as petty as the opinion of our peers restrain us from being an individual, even if it's your so-called friends or your own thoughts holding you back. High school and junior high combined is a total of 7 years. If you spend 7 years conforming to the norm, you can lose track of who you are completely. So be the one to ignite the movement and break free from a society trying to conform as individuals at a young age, and live by the famous words of Bob Dylan. All I can do is be me, whoever that is. With another school year coming to an end, take those words and go out and find yourself.
Every single person today woke up with a problem on their mind. It doesn't matter how big or how small, something made you stop and something made you falter and something made you think. It's the classes you can't pass. It's the people you can't avoid. It's the razor you can't put down. It's your demons, your obstacles, your fears. And they're always appearing when you least expect them. And it's no matter how hard you fight, no matter how hard you struggle against them, it seems like they're always pulling you backwards, and they're going to eventually overcome your life. My obstacle became a very real and permanent part of my life when I was still in middle school. It'll haunt me forever. It's a scary moment when someone tells you that you're going to have to take medication in order to be happy all the day and to limit your panic attacks to a minimum. But I can also say that it's an amazing, amazing feeling to wake up every single day knowing that today's a new, better day, and that you won't have to struggle for the rest of your life. No matter what it is that is stopping you from being your best, if it is merely a grain of sand compared to the strength that you have. Even if it's an ignorant speech. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine became free from self-harm. Another one decided she wasn't going to let fear control her life. And a third finally decided that they're not going to let the opinion of others decide how they live their life. And to be completely honest, every single person in here has my respect. Because every single person in here is stronger than they could ever know. And no matter how weak you think you are, whether it's your parents, bad grades, anxiety, or fear, you can overcome your obstacles. I once read a quote that said, obstacles are what appear when you take your eyes off the goal. But that's not true. Obstacles are what make you worthy of your goals.
All right, how many people in this room have a dream? Show of hands. All right, dreams are something really important to me, and I want to explain to you the difference I see between people who have dreams and those who don't. The key difference I see is that people who don't have dreams tend to kind of just blend into the crowd. So for me, it's mostly a question of, do you want to be the person that nobody can pick out of a lineup, or do you want to stand above the rest and reach and become something more? And the key to doing that is showing the potential in this world. Everybody in this room has the capability to do great things. And that's something we all need to think about, because when you put your effort forth to do this, and you show your potential, you really can accomplish great things in this world. And the key to doing that is having full commitment. Nothing good in life comes easy. So you know you have to commit a lot of time and a lot of effort into what you want to do. And there are no normal when it comes to dreams. So there is no normal, so like there is no cookie cutter. No matter what your dream is, if it matters enough to you, it matters enough to go after it, and that's really important. And the reason we all have dreams is for that feeling of success at the end. When you put a lot of hard work and effort into something, and you end up successful in the end, like LeBron over there, you realize that it was all worth it, and it was important, and it really is a good feeling. Something that I want to be successful in someday is becoming a professional bass fisherman. A lot of you might laugh at that and not think it's important, but it's extremely important to me. I put a lot of time into it, and with all the hard work and dedication I've put in, I hope that someday I can feel that success. Success and failure, I've learned, are a one-way street, always in the same direction. So you have to know that for every time you succeed, you'll fail a lot more, and that's okay because everybody does that. So just understand that, you know, on the road to your journey, or on the road to your dream, you will experience a lot of failure. And success is 99% failure, so it's important to realize that, because if you can't get through your failures when they happen, you'll never reach your goal. So the key to that is learning from your mistakes. Know that you have to learn from them so that you don't make the same mistake twice. And that will help you a lot in your life, because we all make mistakes. Everybody knows that. And another key to that is learning to get up when you make mistakes. So when you slip and fall, get up. And really important, another thing important to that is surround yourself with people who will help you and support you through those times, because they're not easy and it's hard to do it by yourself. But you also shouldn't count yourself out. So you can never give up. Because when you give up on your dreams and you give up on yourself, you begin to realize that you have nothing left to go for. So never give up on yourself, and always have faith that you can get through anything that you face, just like we already talked about. And I promise you that if you take the journey to achieve your dreams, it won't be easy. But it will be 100% worth it in the end, because when you put that much effort into something, you get a really good feeling from it. So, if the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, then why not start walking? So, we've all heard the whole, don't go through life with regret speech in some form or another. And if you haven't, then you will. At least one mind had to be blown. But what if that's all wrong? At least one mind had to be blown with that statement. I want you to think about that. To take a sec and really think about that. To go through life with a goal of never regretting anything, it means you're seeking perfection. It means you'll never be as happy as you could be because you set such an impossible objective for yourself. Sure, you should take your opportunities, rise to those occasions when necessary, or do what you have to in order to achieve your dreams. But a regret isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a mistake. And mistakes are how we as human beings learn. It's the hard way, sure, but it really does get the point across. Well, if you think about mistakes, they're the reason that we know the stove is too hot. The reason we know studying doesn't always go too well. They're even the reason we know that teachers have stopped accepting the I left my homework home excuse. But even more importantly, they're the reason we are the people we are today. Our mistakes have given us the only manual out there for life titled, What Not to Do. So really, our mistakes are our greatest teachers. They teach us the lessons that no one else really can, but it's up to us to decide if we're going to learn from them or not, because it's when we stop learning from our mistakes that they actually become regrets. And regrets, well, they're of no use to us at all. So in other words, we have to make mistakes in order to make it through life. We need those lessons that come with them in order to get the most out of what life has to offer us. And most importantly, we have to learn from them. Thank you guys.